Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Katawa Shoujo. And last time we got to the school, the gate was a little brooding, but we went inside anyway. Then he realized that was his last chance to turn back, even though he really didn't have anything to turn back to. But then, inside the building, we met our teacher, Muto, who is our homeroom teacher and science teacher, and we had the option of introducing ourselves to the class, and we're like, of course we want to do that. What do you even mean? And so we introduced ourselves to the class. We saw everyone in the class, and Mr. Muto told us to go talk to these two beautiful ladies. And now we are talking to them, and they're telling me to ask for help. So, yeah. So let's continue on. Laughing again. Oh my god, it starts off with laughing. Are you kidding me? Oh god. Oh, alright. Smiley face. I'm gonna read her emotion and with the dots. Alright. And another thing. You don't have to call Shichan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shichan. Oh, I don't think she likes that. She's blushing. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizuni would be more appropriate. Yep, Shizuni is fine. Oh, there we go. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I would feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive. I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizuni, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that. Just less so, I guess. Exclamation for the sad face. Oh, huh? Oh, right. We haven't touched the assignment. We should start now, or Shichan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long. We should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. That too. Unhappy face. Shizumi glares at two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of both being difficult and unnecessarily long. So, we finished it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizuni and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did the most work. I feel guilty about that. Yeah, don't feel guilty, man. It's your first day back. Oh, the clock tower bell ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. There's the painting again. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems to be too spacious and oddly modern in clash to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard toward the main gate. It kind of looks like my lunchroom, actually. It's the cafeteria! Yeah. Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare. But Misha doesn't seem to care. Oh my gosh, this is so loud. I'm not doing this. That's too quiet. There we go. Your enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care as we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. Oh. I pick something at random and follow Shizuni to the table sitting opposite of her. Oh. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points at Shizune. Dot 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 on your bird face. I don't understand sign, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite? Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there's some... Excuse me, just ate. So we're your guides, so you should ask if there is something you need. I can read. I wonder. Ask about her deafness. That's kind of rude. I already did that one. I'm probably going to do that one again. And I think I need to ask about this library. So let's ask about it. Oh yeah, is there a library in school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Yeah. Misha gives a kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. There is! It's in the second floor. We can show it to you sometime. Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth, very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe it's sacred girl stuff. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff. Ha, I called it. Dot. I notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. Oh, it's that girl. Oh. It's that girl. I want to get to know this girl. The dark-haired girl I noticed before slumped over in her desk in the last row. Oh. She slumps over a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She sinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension from all the way over here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind as we walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. Oh, why would you ignore her? Oh, she's gone now. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classrooms... slowly fills with other students, and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange, it's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Toward the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. You've been in the hospital. It's probably been very draining. Maybe it's the long time I've spent in the hospital that made me feel like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Yeah, you've been in the hospital for a long time. I think you kind of deserve, I don't know, not deserve, but like, you're probably pretty drained. Before long, the final bell rings. Oh, okay. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Dot. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Chan. We got to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do. Dot. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurse is off. The nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. Nurses have their own building. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices, and they even have a swimming pool. I stumbled. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. How is that official? She's like, what are you talking about? Don't be silly, Jan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too, and the head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. Yeah, probably. I walk in, hoping that this really will be only a quick visit, like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text "Head Nurse" and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. I think I turned down the sound effects a little too soft. It sounded like a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large, and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but under the bin is in the bin under the table. The bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there's at least a dozen coffee cup rings linger on his desk. Oh, he's a coffee drinker. We know that. Just stating the obvious. Ooh, I like this music. Hello there! What can I do for you today? He's a young-looking, sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes I am. It says on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse, like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing that I should probably grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation as he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file this morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? Look at that eye. Look at that eyeball. He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in the front of his desk. Yes. What's that on his screen? Whatever. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Oh, he didn't read that out. That's my thoughts. My thoughts sound like that out if you were wondering. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking even why he said it. Oh, it was a good joke. It was a good joke. Don't diss his joke. Sick burns, I know, but still. Yeah, it's really weird to have so many medical people at school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer, and I have an itchy face, calm down. Let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Epitome. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Well, at least it's like a school nurse's office and not like a doctor's office. I mean, look, I'm ranting, whatever. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from the stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have medication for arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and every evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rest stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Right. I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you to refrain from doing that. At least for the time being. Could be worse. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion may be dangerous to your heart, and risking in another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion in the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers. Or, not exactly. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really that. I sidestepped the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy and so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't really think you need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or even like jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told. You were very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before, but you need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need really. I've heard this thousands of times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on a desk, obviously content. Good, that's it. Come meet me if you ever need something. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although, to my eyes, they look one and the same. Well, I think we're gonna find out what our main man Hisao does next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, leave a like and maybe subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see all you peoples next time.